Hey guys, this is Anastasia. Um, I'm going to be doing a series of videos showing how I go through and make an apple crate into a shrine for the goddess Hecate, and this video is kicking off that series. Basically what I'm going to be doing is every night working on this a little bit at a time and showing the progress of that. This is actually an idea that I saw on Facebook, and I apologize, I don't know who the original poster was. Usually when I see posts like this and I go, I'm going to make that, and it would make a really cool video showing others how I go through this. Simply because I know in my craft, I like seeing how other people approach spell crafting or altar crafting, or just crafting, how other people approach crafting in general. It's really just cool to hear and see the differences. So when I see a post like that that really speaks to me and I go, yeah, that's happening, I usually will share it myself so I know who the original poster was and can give them credit. And unfortunately, I apparently didn't do that. I don't know why I wouldn't have. But I did take a couple days and kind of search for the original post. I Googled to try to find it, and I still couldn't find it. I found many others, but it wasn't the same thing that I read originally. So I apologize, I can't give the exact source on this, but it was inspired by someone else's crafting, someone else's work. It was amazing. If we're friends on Facebook, I did share the 3 pictures that I took to serve just kind of to see what they did, so I had a base of, okay, so this is how they approached it, you know, I can approach it maybe a similar way, or hey, this is a cool idea, but let's see if I can do it this way, just to kind of give a springboard into the craft. So I shared those pictures online, so if we're friends on Facebook, then I'm sure you saw it. A lot of people liked it and were just as blown away as I was with it. But yeah, it's certainly not an original idea. I know I've seen a lot of people talking about it and doing it. For me, I don't have that large of a space for altars or shrines or what have you. Oftentimes it's, hey, there's a bookcase. I can clear off this one shelf and put my ancestor / hell altar up. Well, that's great, but there's something a little less magical about things when you have, you know, DVDs above it and below it is just kind of a bunch of random junk. You have one shelf of sacred meaning and the rest is just kind of a hodgepodge of everyday life. And I really like the idea of taking a piece and creating it solely for the purpose of an altar or a shrine or something to have that sacred connection and higher purpose for, if that makes sense. I can have a bookshelf, and actually this is something I want to do, is to buy a bookshelf, because I am not entirely sure how to make it. Although online there's a lot of great ideas for taking a bunch of apple crates and turning them into bookshelves. It's kind of, this one project has opened up a lot of ideas. But I like the idea of taking a bookcase and being like, nope, this is solely a magical bookcase. The only materials that go up there are for magical intent. The only things that go here are for this, that, and the other thing, and you can dedicate it and consecrate it and make it a protected area. I love that idea, and this is kind of the start of that for me. I bought an apple crate at Michael's yesterday, $10 on sale from $13.99 to $9.99. And the idea is to take it, smudge it, consecrate it, and then every piece that goes into it or onto it or becomes a part of this is solely for the purpose of honoring and worshiping and working with Hecate. And I love that idea. That's something that, I can't get even on this workspace that I have, which is, the kitchen table, which no one uses because we just don't. So it kind of has become my sacred space, but I can't, burn into the pentagram and assign certain attributes to this and that. I can cleanse it and consecrate it based on the Sabbats and such, which I do with oil, but it isn't something that is solely for that purpose, if that makes sense. There's still a lot of mundane stuff that gets plopped here. It becomes a catch-all. It's something that needs to be cleared off and cleansed and this and that. And I like the idea of having this crate where that is all this is for. And it is created from the skeleton out for this purpose. I also like it because for someone that doesn't have a lot of space, it's great to have a crate that everything fits into. I have a 3-year-old that loves climbing and loves shiny things. So crystals, stones, candles, oils, all that fun stuff she seems to get her paws on. So it would be great to have a place, a thing that I can take out, use it in the way that I need to worship, work, leave offerings, things like that. But then when I'm done, if I need to put it up on a shelf, I can put it up on a shelf. If I need to pack it up and put it away, I can pack it up and put it away. If I go traveling for whatever reason, an apple crate is still pretty accessible for moving around, although I do want to try making a travel altar kit as well. But for right now, this is a good jump off point. So yeah, like I said, in the next few days, I'm going to be doing a little bit every night, so there will be video uploads. My plan is to show not only the successes, but also the failures. I'm going to try painting the background or the backdrop for this, and I'm not a painter. My Grandpa Alan was. He was a great painter. I wish I was. I'm not. So we're going to have a little fun with this and see where it leads. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about this. And as far as why I'm choosing Hecate to be this jump off, oh, that's a horrible way of phrasing it, sorry. Why I'm choosing Hecate to be the deity that this is for, especially since my matron is Hel, my patron is Cernunnos. A few weeks ago, like little shy of a month, I actually went to Paganicon. It's a pagan convention here in the Twin Cities. And you can get together, take classes, do workshops. In one of them, I had a meditation workshop where you go to the World Tree and you are able to visit different pantheons, so to speak, or different realms, ultimately, is what it is. And you're able to see if anyone has any messages for you, if there's any deities wanting to work with you, things like that. And for me, meditation's super hard to connect with. I don't know why. Well, no, I do know why. My mind won't shut up and I second guess everything. But there were a couple of visions that I had during that meditation that really took hold and I know were something. And one of them was super easy for me. And it was Hecate, and it was that our next step in this progression, because we have been building a relationship where I had a dream of her. Then I began researching the crap out of her, and I still am, because researching never ends when it comes to me and when it comes to most people. Research is a thing. But I feel like now, in my Ostara circle with my witchy sister, Elizabeth Crystal Hawk, I had a candle for her, and we welcomed her to the circle as well if she wished to join. And the next step is having a shrine for her, or an altar. The reason I'm referring to it as a shrine is I don't know how much working I can do in that space, it might just be more of a setup to honor and leave offerings as opposed to working spells within it. And I don't work spells all that much anyway, which you'll see in the upcoming YouTube Pagan Challenge video, which I need to do this week as well. But yeah, in the World Tree vision, our meditation, she gave me a vision of, okay, we're ready for the next step, which is I want a sacred space for you to work with me and to honor me and to bring me into your practice. It's time for this step. So since that was her message to me during this great meditation, Hel and Cernunnos both do have a little shrine space or altar space in my home. Hecate does not. So that is why the first apple crate shrine I'm ever making, and hoping it turns out, is for Hecate. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave this kickoff video. I just wanted to keep it kind of short and explain where I'm coming from on this. And then I will put subsequent videos after and put them all on a playlist and all that jazz. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Any questions, concerns, blinding flashes of insight, please feel free to comment. Yeah, thanks so much. Bye, guys.